Hi guys, this is Blue El Camino 1970, and I'm going to do a quick little tutorial for you today. This is pattern 23684, and I've seen a lot of comments on this that says that a lot of people just get the same color heart. This is red and this is purple, I think, but everybody says that they keep getting the same color heart over and over again. So I'm going to give you a quick little tutorial on how to do this, because I did this and actually did get the opposite colors. So I really like this bracelet. It's small and simple to do, and it looks really cute. So I've already got my strings in order here. I have the same order that they're supposed to be in. I have a tan, and I have a pink and a purple, which is the same here, and then I have the same color tan as before. So on this one right here, it says to just not use this first one, so I just kind of laid it off to the side. I throw mine up on top of my clipboard, so I kind of forget about it for this first row. And I'm going to do a forward backward and then a backward forward. So using the tan string for both of them, let's just go ahead and do the forward half. Oops, my strings kind of got messed up. So the forward and the backward of the first knot, and your string stays in place. And now I'm going to go to the second knot and do a backward forward. Now I have seen Beyond bracelets use a loom, and when I first started doing bracelets, I actually loved that loom. It made things so easy. So now that I've gotten into bracelets, I don't really need that loom anymore. So on a 5-string bracelet like this, I'm not going to use a loom. On something that's a lot bigger, I probably would use a loom. And later on, I'll show you guys something I'm doing that actually, uses a loom. So now that we have done that row, I'm just going to cross out that row. Now what I do here is I have a clear clipboard, and I just use an Expo marker, and then when I'm done I can, wipe it away later. So let's just mark that out. That row's done. I know that looks awful, but oh well. Alright, so row 2, we toss this one to the side. See, nothing here. Ignore my scribbles. And we're going to take our pink one over our purple one and just a straight up forward knot. So there's the first half, and there's the second half. Ta-da! One knot. Now the tans are going to go on top of each other too. We're going to do another forward knot just to connect our background color, this pretty tan color that I have found. Oops, there goes my light again. It has a short in it, I think. Okay, so we're done with row 2. This is like the easiest bracelet to do. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, and then you start over again. This is like almost as easy as the chevron, only that you have to know how to do these 4 backward knots. And they're really easy to learn too. So we're going to bring our first one back in and take our last one away, because that's how you alternate these odd string bracelets. And we're going to do another forward backward on the purple string. So we have a forward and we have a backward, and there we go. And sorry guys if my knots look kind of funny. I hope you can see them. After we get going, I'll show them to you a little bit more. So we've done our first knot, and it's time to do our second knot. We're going to take our pink string and do another forward backward. So there's our forward half and our backward half. And remember, on forward backwards and backward forwards, your knots stay where they're, your strings stay where they're supposed to go. So see, my pattern hasn't changed any. Yeah. I kind of confused myself just then. But that is row 3. Let's go to row 4, where we bring our rear one out. My light is messing me up. There. And take the first one out. So now we're back to our 2 colored strings. We're going to take the pink one and do a backward, forward knot. So there we go. And you can see that that little heart is starting to come together, and you know, the first couple knots I make are going to look really bad because I'm so close to my clipboard. But they get better as we go. Okay, so now we're going to do a backward knot. Just plain and simple backward knot. And that is the end of your pattern. So you're going to start all over again. So first let's erase our lines so we know we're starting over. See, look how easy that is. I love this clear clipboard. It makes things so nice. So let's line our strings back up nice and pretty like they should be. I can't pick them up. So, we're back to row 1. And the trick is here that down here at this bottom knot is going to flip your colors. Instead of your purple coming over here and starting back where it is, you swap colors here. This particular knot is what changes your colors. So now when I start this row, instead of having a red knot, red string, I'm going to have my purple string. So that's how your color changes. So let's get started on our second set in our pattern, and you'll see that other color pop in. So we're going to just pick it up where we left off and start with a forward backward on the purple string. And then move to our next one, which is using the pink string and the tan string. You're going to do a backward forward on the pink string. Whoops. There. And there we go. There was row 1. Now we're going to do row 2, and we're going to get rid of our first string because, you know, we got rid of our last string in the first one, first row. So second row, get rid of the front string. See the first one here. So now you're going to make, see how this says it's a red knot, but we're using purple this time. So make a forward knot. It helps sometimes. Sometimes I like to leave the colors on these blank. You can edit them in paint and just fill in the colors, and it helps sometimes to just have just the arrows, because that way you don't get confused by what color you're about to use. But some people prefer not to do that because they actually like to recolor them in their own colors, which helps sometimes. But on this one it can get confusing because you are changing colors every time. So that's just kind of something that might help somebody. I don't know. Alright, so there is row 2. And now we're going to go back to row 3 and get rid of our backward knot, our last, I guess that would be string number 5, and bring back string number 1. So, on row 3 we have a forward backward and another forward backward. So we do, of course, forward backwards. There's one, and here is the next one. Forward, backward. There. Now, alternate strings again, because you're not, wait, I did that. Messed myself up with doing that. Okay, so on the last one, we're going to take out the first one and do a backward forward and a backward knot. I'll sometimes say these wrong, so y'all bear with me. Backward, forward, one knot, and then a backward knot. There. Now, we start our pattern all over again. I want you guys to look for a second before we start our pattern. You know, I have 1, 2, 3, that's my fourth one. And I'm going to go ahead and erase them because I know we're fixing to start our next row. Set, sorry, whatever. And if you look, I'm going to try and help you guys along here. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Hopefully you can see that and that it's changing color. That is how that works. It's because of this last knot right here. So, Hopefully that didn't mess you guys up too much. Hopefully my camera didn't totally kill that. So, let's do a couple more, and then we'll see how it looks a little bit later on. And I actually don't really all the time mark them out just because to make it go faster. So, let's move on. Just kind of keep going. And remember to pay attention to your knots, so that, you know, that's really what's going to change it, is this last knot right here. This changes your color. See, I used pink for this knot, and now that this one has changed, you know, this knot right here made it change colors, so now it's purple. So when I go back up here, you can see that that is a different color, and that is how you make it work. So with this one, I'm going to start with purple. I'm going to do my forward backwards. And then my backward forward. And then of course, to make the purple heart, we're going to use the purple string for a forward knot. And then of course, we're going to do another forward knot. I'm just holding these to keep them out of the way, and they still get in the way. Excuse me. Alright. Now, we're going to go back to this one. It's a forward, backward. And forward, backward again, using the purple, creating that heart shape. This is such a cute bracelet when it's finished. I mean, it's just really, really cute. You can do almost anything to it. You know, just make it a bracelet, make it one of those bracelets I've seen where they actually use 5 or 6 different patterns all kind of held together by a couple forward backward knots. I'll have to try to show y'all a picture of them. They're really cool looking. I may end up doing one on a tutorial or whatever. I don't know yet. This is only my second video, so we'll see what happens. Alright, I'm only going to do the first row on this one, and then I'm going to stop and show you guys that, you know, these hearts are really cute when they're done. So one more knot, and I'll show you what kind of progress we've made. And if you've paid attention to the knots that you have to make, you should have the same thing. So here we have our pretty little knots, and they should look alternating colors. You see there's a purple, and then there's pink, and then there's purple, and then there's pink. So, I mean, just pay attention to the knots, and you can really make these cute little patterns. And just to kind of show you how thick it is, there is my ring with the pattern right next to it, and it's pretty much the same width. So it's really thin, but it's super cute. So this has been Blue El Camino 1970, also known as ElleMay 14, and this is my second video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and please don't be too hard on me if I mess something up. So bye guys!